Warning. If the topic of psychological manipulation and emotional enslavement of women offends you, I want you to stop watching this video. And if you want to continue, you must agree never to use this knowledge to hurt women. Deal? Great. Let's start. Let me ask you this. Have you ever gotten friend-zoned by a woman? If you have, then you already know this. Getting friend-zoned hurts. It's discouraging because it makes you feel like less of a man. It's frustrating because you spent all that time, money, and energy to win her only to lose in the end. It fucking sucks, that's what. And you know what? The reason why so many guys get friend-zoned is that they make one dumb mistake. If you've ever been friend-zoned yourself, then you've probably made this dumb mistake too. And if you simply stopped making this dumb mistake, you'll find it much easier to get women to like you. Not just as a friend, but something more. A secret lover, a fuck buddy, a friend with benefits, a potential boyfriend, anything but just friends. This guide will show you how to be more than friends with her. You'll find out what that dumb mistake is, how to stop making it, and what to do instead. That way, you'll stop falling into women's friend zones and start falling into their beds with them. Sounds good? Before I tell you what the big dumb mistake is, however, there's something I want you to do for me. Could you help me out by clicking like? That will really mean a lot to me. Go on and click like now because I'll wait here. Clicked like? Great. Let's continue. So here's the dumb mistake most guys make that make them fall into the friend zone. They think all kinds of rapport is the same. They think that just because they got the girl smiling, laughing, and talking excitedly, they're on the right track. Obviously, they're dead wrong. Why? Well, it's all because they've been building the wrong kind of rapport in the first place. The technical term for this is contextual rapport. Truthfully, contextual rapport is bad news. Contextual rapport will make a woman see you as her emotional tampon, who just happens to be a guy. Contextual rapport will make her see you as a friend, never as a boyfriend or lover. So what's contextual rapport? Okay, imagine you're learning Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu from an expert. Master Carlos is old, wise, and well-respected. You've trained under him for months. You idolize him and look up to him as a role model. He's your hero, a father figure. Then suddenly, one night, he walks into the bar you're in. He calls himself Charlie, sits at your table, grabs a beer, and starts talking to you like one of the fellas. How would you feel? Stunned? Uncomfortable? Disappointed? And a little turned off? Of course. You know why? It's because the rapport you shared with your jiu-jitsu instructor is different from the rapport you share with the fellas. In other words, the rapport you built with Mr. Carlos is confined to the context of jiu-jitsu training. It just doesn't exist outside the jiu-jitsu dojo. And that's why you'd feel uncomfortable with him buddying up with you at the bar. You've built contextual rapport with him, but only as a student to a master. Makes sense, right? And this is exactly why guys fall into the friend zone. They wrongly build the kind of rapport which is confined to the context of being friends. And guess what? You can't build meaningful rapport with a woman with ordinary everyday conversation, even if you're good at it. We are now moving into the area of using mind control on women. This can get a little technical and jargonish, but do bear with me, alright? It will be very worthwhile to you, I promise. Here's the mind control technique that will sidestep the friend zone problem altogether. VAKSOG mode matching. VAKSOG is an acronym which stands for visual processing, looking, auditory processing, hearing, kinesthetic processing, doing, somatosensory processing, feeling, touching, olfactory processing, smelling, gustatory processing, tasting. Simply, these are the ways women process external information. They are known as VAKSOG modes. Let's look at an example to see how this works, alright? Let's say you ask her, what is it about the Talented Mr. Ripley that you love so much? She might answer you, wow, I absolutely adore that film. The view of Rome in that movie is simply incredible. It's absolutely beautiful. I love how the colors just come to life. They look so vibrant, so alive. Oh, and Jude Law is absolutely an eye candy in this movie. What do you think her dominant VAKSOG mode is? If you guessed visual, you're correct. Take note of the words she used in her answer. View, beautiful, look, eye candy. Next, craft your answer which matches her dominant VAKSOG mode like this. I remember when the movie came out so many years ago. Not bad. I went to the cinema to see it with a group of friends, and before that, we spent the afternoon at the park. The day was bright, sunny, and the sky was clear and blue. The movie was great, and I got to look at Gwyneth Paltrow for 2 hours. She was really pretty in that movie. It was a good day. See how that works? Simple, right? When you use the same VAKSOG mode she uses to communicate, she forms a much stronger, deeper emotional rapport with you. And more importantly, you'll sidestep the contextual rapport problem completely. Simple, right? I've got to warn you though, this is not the end of the process. You have got to move fast, escalate quickly, and seal the deal with her. And to do this, I'll share with you a simple technique which will do that for you. Sound good? But before you learn that technique from me, I want you to do this for me. If you have enjoyed the video this far, then subscribe to my channel because that will guarantee that you'll get these videos from me in the future. Go on and click on the subscribe button because I'll wait here. Done subscribing? Great, let's continue. To escalate quickly and seal the deal with her, you'll need to use a mind control technique called fractionation. How does fractionation work? Well, think of something you're addicted to, like a TV show or a video game or a brand of beer. Now, you probably won't be watching that TV show all the time, right? You won't be playing that video game 24/7 either. And you definitely won't be drinking the beer the whole day. But still, you find yourself addicted to them. After a while, you'll need your fix, and you stay hooked for years or decades. Guess what? That's how powerful fractionation is. TV show producers, video game makers, and beer brewing companies know how it works, and they use it to perfection. And that's what you need to keep yourself out of the friend zone forever. Fractionation holds the key. Here's the kicker. I can't spell out everything you'll need to know about fractionation here. This video is already as long as it usually gets. And that's why I'd recommend Derek Rake's legendary online masterclass on mind control. After you sign up for Derek's masterclass, you'll know what fractionation is, how it works, and how to use it on women. A link will now come up in the video. Click it and the registration page for Derek Rake's online masterclass comes up. There, enter your best email address because that's where your masterclass ticket will be sent. Do it. Click on the link now.